What up? What up? What up? Oh,
Come on.
I got it. What is going on, everybody?
Hey.
As you may have noticed, we are bill free this evening. So I guess me and Preacher are we're just gonna do it ourselves.
Let's do this.
What's going on, buddy? Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to you, my man. Not a whole lot.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Yes, happy Father's Day to everybody. Hope you guys are having a great day. Appreciate everything you do being a father, actually being a dad. It's an important role, and I grew up without a dad, so I just want to thank you because, to be honest, I looked up to all the fathers that I saw to see what it was like to be a good dad. So thank you all, and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my dad passed when I was 13, so I was still pretty young. But my mom remarried, so I got a pretty cool stepdad. So Mike's probably not watching, but in case he is, happy Father's Day, Mike. So
yeah, all right. Well, so what we got going on there, Chris? What's coming up?
Event-wise, we're drilling into the end of, what is this, June?
Mm-hmm.
I think is it Super Game coming up?
Super games next weekend, man.
Yeah, Super Game for now. This is going to be Super Game West.
It's the first Super Game Midwest.
Okay, so this is Midwest. So this is Super Game Indiana at Sherwood Forest, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, correct? Which is I think you've played there before, correct?
Yeah, I've played Sherwood.
Oh.
Sherwood's a great field. One of my favorites, honestly. Definitely top 5 field. The work that he puts into that field is amazing. So, yeah. Nobody was looking forward to playing this one, but unfortunately, he's been to Sherwood before, but he's never played the field. So he was super pumped about Super Game until he fractured his ankle, and now he's like,
"Oh, how did he do that?"
Longboarding. He was at the park here, and he was longboarding, and I guess hit a stone, and off the board he went. And of course, like everybody's cell phones were all jacked up because there was something worldwide going on with phones or whatever. So he couldn't even make a phone call. He got a ride home with some stranger.
Oh, that's always good. Well, hopefully he had free candy and puppies at his van with no windows, right?
Like, oh man, that's an epic fail on my part. Didn't we tell you not to get into cars with strangers? But
jeez.
His friends were smart enough to take down the license plate number and to follow him home. So,
God, and you want to be mad at him, but with no working phone and stuff like that.
Right.
Should have told him to sit on the scooter and paddle his way home.
Right.
Or on the longboard. That's something I never got into as a kid. I grew up out in the country. We always had nothing but dirt roads, so I learned to ride a bike, but I never learned to rollerblade, skateboard, longboard, none of that stuff. So even as an adult now, I mean, if you put me on rollerblades, I might be able to get from like point A to point B as long as I don't have to turn, spin around, stop, and not fall on my face 3 or 4 times while I'm on the way.
Yeah, I grew up in the city, so it was quite the opposite. Like, like I had the mall just like maybe a mile from me. So we were riding our bikes to the mall, rollerblading, like doing all kinds of crazy stuff, So, but yeah, I never broke any bones like that. So when he said hit a rock, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna be all right. And then the wife is like, no, we're taking him to the urgent care. And I'm like, oh shoot.
God, a broken ankle sucks too, especially in summertime. I mean, although technically he's had about 3 months of summer vacation already since
right.
COVID.
Yeah, no, that like I said, with Super Game coming up, I was like, oh, please don't be broken. Please don't be broken. And he was super bummed. And then they said 6 to 8 weeks. And he's like, that's going to infect Monster Game also. And I'm like, oh, bro, hopefully, like, if you got a boot on, at least you can still play with a boot. Like, we can rock it, So we're hoping that he gets a checkup here in, like, I think next week or something. So we're hoping that he doesn't. I mean, he even cast it. I don't know. But I'm looking like, so we'll see.
What's up, KC? Oh, we got people popping into the chat.
Yeah, it looks like we got Dave in the house. We got KC in the house. We got Jimmy and David. So we're looking good, man. We're looking good.
Yeah, see, I've been lucky. Like, KC said broke a bone on the field, man. I've been lucky enough. I've never broken a bone or anything. I did I want to say this would have been my second event ever, was Tippmann World Challenge back in the day. At Hell Survivors, and we were running across at the time when you'd enter in on the east insertion gate.
Right.
There was a little metal bridge that went kind of across the dirt, and we ran in. And unfortunately, one of the people in front was a young player who had never really played before, didn't really understand that a paintball gun. For those of you who've never played, they don't shoot like 300 yards. They shoot like at an absolute maximum about 150 feet. So when we were running in, he saw people running in, the enemy running in on the opposite side, who were, I mean, you would have had to run another 50 yards before you were able to hit them. And he just instinctively was like, oh, there's bad guys. So he dropped down on this bridge to start shooting at them. And while we were all running in, and me and about 6 or 7 other guys just ate it, falling over this kid because he decided to stop in the middle of a run while everybody's coming across the bridge. And I came down and I busted the hopper right off my gun, off of Tippmann. I busted the pins that held it on and everything. Tippmann was cool enough to fix it for me, but I busted my gun up and I split my elbow like I should have gotten stitches, split it open bad, and I was like, man, this is the start of day one. I'm like, I'm not about to be knocked out for that. So I borrowed some super glue from the Timming guys, glued it shut, and then I put a piece of duct tape over it and played for the rest of the day because I was like, there's no way I'm ending my day 6 seconds into the game.
Well, that's like so I play dodgeball also, and like we had just won the championship at our park to go to Vegas to play. In like a week or two before we were set to go out to Vegas, I'm jumping, we're practicing, like I said, we're on trampolines playing dodgeball. So this one of my friends, this big guy Samki, comes in, he jumps right next to me and he flexed that trampoline just right. My ankle twisted. Oh my gosh. I was like, dude, I thought for sure I broke it. And I'm like, dude, I'm still going to Vegas and playing in this tournament regardless. So luckily I just sprained it real bad. So I just put an ankle brace on. We went to Vegas.
There you go.
But man, I'll tell you what, when you're in those moments, you do what you got to do to keep playing, right?
Yeah. But, yeah, there's been, we've been like, I mean, I've seen, a fair amount of injuries on the field. What's funny though is people always assume that people get injured at the paintball field because of a paintball, and 9 times out of 10 it's just because you tripped over your own 2 feet or a branch or something. Like I've never seen anybody get hurt enough from a paintball that it warrant anything other than maybe an ice pack because they got a real close shot to the head or something like that.
Right.
It's usually like you said, twisted ankle. Sometimes a broken leg just because everybody's running around. You're only paying attention to what you're shooting at. You're not, them tree roots come out of the ground. You hit them things. They don't move, but you sure will.
Man, for me, like running in the helicopter or whatever, like your adrenaline's pumping, you're chasing somebody. Next thing you know, you step wrong. And dude, I've crashed that helicopter a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget seeing pictures of CJ basically upside down, legs in the air on that thing before. Yeah, it's a sketchy that you got to really have that level of awareness. I mean, that's when a good mask comes into play. That's one of the reasons I like my ProFlex is because I have such just a wide area of vision. The dye masks are pretty good for that too. That big wide area so you can see everything. I mean, for those that haven't played paintball or are thinking about it, man, that's the best investment you can make is a good mask off the bat.
Heck yeah.
Worry about the mask before you worry about the gun. I've been shot out by people with old guns that I was surprised they worked. They were so old and beat up. Oh God. We're busted.
Oh, the boss is in.
Hi boys.
What's going on?
What is up? You guys, it's 110 freaking degrees here. It is ungodly hot and awesome at the same time.
You're in Cali right now?
No, we're in Utah. We decided, okay, man, what a trip. Mechanically, we've been awesome. Medically, we've had some fun.
Everybody doing all right?
Yeah, everybody's good enough. Miss K is miserable. She got poison oak somewhere on the way out here.
Yes, I saw the pictures there.
Ouch.
So she's miserable. Justin and I can roll around in that poison ivy. Shithouse knows this because we've crawled through hells next to him and not gotten a damn thing while Chris just breaks out like a madman.
Oh, terribly.
But my daughter has some sensitive skin, dude. That and we drove about 3 hours and had to turn around and come home. We had a little bit of a dog emergency.
Yeah,
baby.
I saw that. How's baby doing?
Yeah, baby had some nasty diarrhea that was really, really, dude, it sucked. So yeah, other than that, after we got all that out of the way, everything's been good.
Now I gotta ask because it's a cross country Mad Frog trip. How's the trailer doing, Bill? The trailer's doing good. I
have 2 spares, an extra leaf spring. The only thing I didn't bring was a hub. I should have probably brought an extra hub just for the hell of it, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the trip's been good. Everything's been closed up. Oh, look at this guy. He's got a camera? Wow.
Sound
So
good.
there he goes. So all the way across town, all the way across the country, it's been pretty open. Everything's been pretty mellow till we got to California, and everything turned into Nazi Germany. And we're just like, yeah, paintball field was great. People are great. Roland out there at Tag Paintball is awesome. It just I needed to get the hell out of California so I could breathe and do what I wanted.
Yeah, I gotta imagine Utah is beautiful too. My kid's mom used to go out there all the time, and she said that it was just amazing. So
It's
the people
pretty,
were awesome
dude.
too.
It's pretty. It's nice. Everybody's been great. It's just too freaking hot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
But yeah, we're at I promised Kay, because she was feeling miserable. We weren't sleeping in the van tonight, so we're at some travel lodge in an undisclosed location in Utah somewhere.
Nice.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Did they make you show any essential traveler paperwork or anything like that?
No, I had to go up to a window instead of walking in the lobby, but that was it.
That's not bad. Then.
Yeah, you can deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was good enough. I mean, it's a travel lodge. It's not, I
It's not
wanted
the
to go.
Ritz.
I wanted to go fancy and stuff, and they're just like, no, just do this. You can buy us more ice cream. I'm like, whatever.
Hey, at least you'll be sleeping in that air conditioning
Hey,
tonight.
they got a pool?
Yeah. Well, there's a spot where water's supposed to go.
I was gonna say if they got an open pool, man, chlorine's good for clearing up that poison oak and poison ivy and stuff.
We were trying to talk her into going into the ocean, and she just didn't. She didn't buy that.
No.
No. She's smart enough for that. But yeah, poor fucking girl, man. We had a bunch of stuff planned today. We were gonna actually go. I was hoping I was gonna live feed with you guys from Fire Slot Canyon. Awesome place in Nevada. Second time I've gone to go there, and something's happened to keep me away. So next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the hell is what's going on? What's going on with you guys? What's going on there? How's the weather?
Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Same to you guys, man. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Not much. Just I just got done swimming and with the sun, and I put the ducks in the pool. So we were swimming.
I was just gonna ask if you put the ducks in the pool with you.
I was swimming with the ducks and one of the dogs yesterday. So she goes, "What is this? You got the ducks and the dog in the pool? What about the other one? Where's the other dog at?" I'm like, I couldn't do two dogs. So, but
How those dogs get along with the ducks? They pretty friendly, or are they see them as walking chew toys?
So originally we had like a Sylvester and Tweety situation going where my wiener dog, her name is Mavis, wanted to eat them and attack them and everything else. But now that the ducks are big, they're big, like they gang up and they chase her around and stuff. So she barks at her, chase her, and it's actually quite comical. My other dog won't mess with them. She's like mother hen. She just wants to look, make sure everything's good, and just she doesn't want anything to do with them. So yeah, but
Yeah, even tough dogs. There's something about ducks and geese that just dogs do not like, and they're terrifying things.
yeah,
You don't want to fuck with a pissed off goose, man.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Or
Justin
God
and
forbid
I
a
have both
swan
been there.
If you ever get near one of those.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh me.
swans I won't mess with. We were frog gigging one time, and like, man, we went by the swan nest. No, that swan chased us for our lives. And forget those swans.
They're big too, man. People don't realize, when that thing starts coming at you, like it ain't some little animal. Like it's about the size of like a 10-year-old kid, and they're like you said, they're mean. They don't really fly, but they come across that water and they'll get to you way faster than you can get away.
Oh, they're quick. They're quick.
Well, guys, I'm dying out here because I'm in the van. I can't really get internet reception in the room, so I'm gonna skip out and let you boys play. Thanks everybody for listening and tuning in. And I wish I didn't have to come home, but I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah, you have a
All
safe
right.
trip back.
Safe travel,
All right.
everybody. We love them.
All right, man. You guys take it easy. Bye.
That's
Happy
it.
Father's Day again.
Thanks, man. You too, guys. Be careful.
All right, shithouse. Look what my wife and kids got me for Father's Day, man.
Nice.
It's a fiery frogs.
Yes,
Fireworks. And then because they know what I like, we got some wolf pack. But not
Nice.
one wolf pack. We got a 2 wolf pack. And then I don't know what the heck this little guy is, but it sure as heck looks fun.
There you go.
So, and then I got some Roman candles.
Ooh, I still got some of those from last year, some 80 shot ones.
Heck yeah. So it's gonna be a fun time.
Nice. Nice. I got hey, hon, can you bring me my glass? So my kids got me a Tim Hortons gift card, which, man, ice caps definitely come in handy in this heat. I already went and started using that, and managed to hit up Harbor Freight today and spend a little money. For those of you, I don't know if Harbor Freights are all over the U.S., but in case they're not, it's basically a store filled with, like, they're not the cheapest tools that could possibly be made, but they are a 16th of an inch above that. You know, like, it's one of those, if you need wrenches and stuff like that. I can
Harbor
see
Freight's
it.
the place to go. Harbor
Yeah,
Freight
it's
is amazing.
I mean, I walked in there today and I wanted like a tool bag and just some electrical fittings, and I walked out with a 90-degree pneumatic angle grinder because I didn't have one, and I was like, well, $16. Guess I'm gonna get one.
Right.
And then
So,
the girlfriend, I don't know if it's gonna be easy to see, but she
DILF.
yeah, she got me a new beer glass.
That's that DILF life, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a good time though. Yeah, the girls we went over to her sister's house today, and so they got to play outside. We barbecued, had some amazing cheeseburgers. Definitely set me back a day or two on my diet for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I ate like at one point today. I was like,
you kidding? You just said set you a day or two back on your diet. What diet you got going on, bro?
I've been working on it. Me and my brother are competing actually at the moment to see who can lose more weight. We had basically till the 4th of July because we wanted to make sure 4th of July we could just pig out. But unfortunately, because me and my brother are ridiculously competitive with each other all the time, we couldn't just have it just be a friendly gentleman's bet. No. So what the deal is whoever loses the most pounds in the, it's about a 34-day time period because I think we started like June 1st and we were going to July 4th. The loser has to eat I believe it's a 9 million Scoville chocolate bar. So basically like the equivalent to like 4 or 5 Carolina Reaper peppers shoved into a chocolate bar. And we're definitely going to put that on live.
See, nope, I'm out already. I'm gonna tell you right now, I lose all the weight. I cut it off if I have to. I eat that hot stuff.
Yeah, my plan is to we're almost kind of neck and neck, so I'm thinking like the last couple of days before it, I'm gonna do whatever I like. If I have to survive on nothing but lettuce to just cut mad weight for just a couple of days, that's the plan. Oh, here we got Dill jumping back in.
Nice to see you, but no sound, buddy.
He's just checking up on us. But yeah, no, so it's the hopefully won't be losing this bet. If I do, for sure it's gonna be on live. We're gonna get to watch me sweat it out. And I would imagine probably vomit just because of how hot it is. There was another chocolate bar challenge that we originally were planning on doing called the Moab, but it's a chocolate bar that's about I think it's a 1 pound chocolate bar, but the chocolate's filled with Carolina Reaper, and then the caramel filling on the inside's filled with I think it's like scorpion pepper or ghost chili or something like that. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen LA Beast. He's a guy who does like food challenges on YouTube. And he ate it and basically threw up and had diarrhea for like 2 days. And even though we didn't touch his eyes, just from eating it, his eyes had that where like they were inset and red. He looked like a corpse. I've seen him do a lot of stuff, and he was like that. He's like, nah, never again, never again.
You ain't catching me doing that. Look,
Yeah.
I do all kinds of other things, but eating that hot stuff, no. Like, give me a bug, I'll eat a bug. You know, give me them nasty jelly beans, I'll eat them nasty jelly beans. But when it comes to the hot sauce stuff, no, I'm out. That's why when we went to Bones and Ashes, I was the one dishing it out. Here you go. Here's a chip. You want another one? Here you go. Like,
Yeah.
because I can't do it, man. I like to taste my food. I don't want to jack that up. Forget it.
Yeah, no, and the sad thing too is like I can't even handle a jalapeno pepper. That's crazy hot to me. I don't even do like candied jalapenos or even jalapeno poppers. Like I'll have a little bit of jalapeno mac and cheese like once or twice a year because there's so little in it that you get a little bit of taste but almost no heat. But 9 million Scoville is that's up there. That will officially I think technically. So the Death Nut Challenge, for those of you that may have watched me throw up around last year,
Welcome back, Dill.
doing the stuff. Yep, still got no sound. Just popping it up. Right? Yeah, no, I did that last year, the Death Nut Challenge 2.0, and I think that one ends with a couple of peanuts with the 9 million Scoville salt on it, and after eating all of them, I threw up. You're supposed to wait 5 minutes before you drink anything afterwards, and I made it to about 3.5, and just started throwing up like crazy. It just your stomach can't take it from all the spice, and it just starts. It's like no, push it back up. It's got to go.
And see, that can't. I give up.
Give up.
No, and see, you know what? The bad thing is I can just imagine as hot as it was going down.
Coming up, yeah.
Worse coming up. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's definitely rough. Coming up. I mean, I prepared for it that day. I didn't eat anything because I'm like, if I start throwing up, I don't want to be getting up everything. It was just a handful of peanuts, so it was a lot of dry heat. But I was pretty miserable. If I can find the video, I'll have to send you a link to it. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, I remember watching that. You were.
Yeah, that was rough.
I'll tell you what. I can't wait until the next episode of another Mad Frog Road Trip drops because at Bones and Ashes we did that hot sauce challenge.
Yeah, that's right.
And Noah participated in it, and I felt so bad for him, man, because he was looking forward to it. He's like, "Yes, I want to do this hot sauce challenge." And I'm like, "Listen, man, it's not going to be good."
Yeah,
And so, man, we had a lot of people there, and like a couple of them very first dice roll. So what you do for this hot sauce challenge that we did, you roll a dice, and whatever number it lands on, I think it was 1 through 12, you got that hot sauce. So one was like, I don't know, hot sauce from like Taco Bell, to a 12, which was like Ghost Pepper, Carolina Reaper, and something else all added into one. Like it was the hottest, right? And so a couple of the guys rolled a 12 right off the bat. And then here comes Noah. He rolls that dice. Very first roll was a 12. Oh, man. And then like some of the guys were putting that chip in and not letting it hit their tongue, whereas Noah's like chip, face down, tongue. Ugh. And I'm like, oh, man. And I'm watching.
You made a mistake.
Yes. That's when you knew you messed up. And I'm watching, and next thing you know, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom!" And you just see his face just go beet red. He's like throwing water down, and everybody's like, "I think we got ice cream downstairs, dude." It was crazy, but yeah, get ready for that episode to drop. I think it's season 2, episode 3 or something, Dill. If you can post that up there, it should be the next one. Like he said, that hot sauce challenge was something else, man. And those guys, like some of them had bald heads, and sweat was just running down their head, and I was just like, oh man, good thing I'm just serving. Here you go. This is your chip.
Now I was gonna pick some up for Monster Games. But I get my stepdad every year hooks me up with a man crate. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one of those. it's a website. They basically send you a one crate, and there's a bunch of different ones you can pick from like a whiskey set one to like if you're into golf or cooking or whatever. But I typically, me and my brother get the jerky one every year, and it's got a ton of like pretty wild and exotic jerky, like ostrich, gator, wild boar, elk, everything but regular plain beef jerky. And I was eating some of it yesterday with some honey bourbon wild boar strips, which I'm going to get some to bring to the next game. Some of the best jerky I've ever eaten in my life. But I happened to check out their website. Yeah. But while I was on their website, they were like, "Oh, spicy jerkies!" And I was like, I checked that out. They have a ghost pepper jerky and a Carolina Reaper jerky. So I will be purchasing a few bags of that so we can have a little fun at the next event. We can play a little of is it regular jerky or are you going to be sorry tomorrow jerky? And just do a random hand in the bag, pull out, and hope you don't get the bad one. So little jerky roulette.
For the jerky that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh man! So here we go. Back to Super Game, right? We went way down the rabbit hole on that one, but that's all right. Back to Super Game. So we got Super Game coming up. It's next weekend. For anybody that hasn't pre-regged yet, pre-reg is still open. I believe it's open until like the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. You still got a couple of days to pre-reg, or since Noah can't play, I might have an extra pre-reg. So hit me up if you guys are looking for that. But, like I said, check out Super Game. It's going to be Super Game Midwest. It's the first one out this way. It's going to be amazing. Gameplay actually starts on Friday morning. And they got like this huge list of events that's going to be taking place. So, and then the one that so part of my Father's Day was going to different gun stores. So, and Noah's been wanting to run MagFed. And so I'm like, well, bro, you need a dump pouch so that way you can put all your empty mags in, And so we picked up a dump pouch, and then we picked up a pouch for his air tank. And I was like, you can't play. I'm going to use your MagFed stuff. So it's kind of funny because I took a picture of me and his gear, and I'm like, all right, check this out. Let's see, Bill, can you pull that up or no? If not, I got to just show it here. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, boom. Can you see that?
There you go. Rocking the TMC.
Heck yeah. Got that little dump pouch added and everything, man. I'm ready to go. So bring on that MagFed portion there on Friday because I'm ready to rock it for sure. Noah was like, oh, that means you're going to take my stuff from now on. I'm like, no, I just want to shoot MagFed this game. So Super Game schedule actually starts at the MagFed game starts at 9:30 a.m. on Friday. And then
9:30 a.m. on Friday, you said.
Yeah. So the MagFed game, so that's the MagFed orientation. The MagFed game starts at 10 and goes until noon. And then they have a Spoils of War orientation that starts at 12:30. And then the game starts at 2 and goes until 4. And then they have a pistol challenge, which takes place right after that. And then this is the one that I'm looking forward to. If nobody has ever played a night paintball game, you need to. It's friggin' amazing and scary at the same time because you don't know when things are about to just pop off. So you can be walking, you can be trying to. So at this one, the first hour, you got to try to take the castle, I think it is. And then the second hour, you got to try to take something else. But meanwhile, there's actually going to be 3 forces out on the field. So you got 2 teams that are battling against each other. Deal is man. And then you got a third team who's trying to keep both teams out of the castle. So I'm looking forward to that. That starts at so the orientation's at 7:30 and gameplay starts at 9 and goes until 11 p.m. So Friday is going to be one heck of a day. I mean, you got every aspect of paintball literally in Friday, from mag fed to pistol to night play. And that's just starting the weekend.
Yeah, see, I've only ever done one nighttime event, and that was when we were doing, I believe it was Black Hawk Down at Hell Survivors.
Yes.
And I got to say, I personally am not a big fan of night play solely because you get a lot of friendly fire because you get people itchy on that trigger, and it doesn't matter that you're in your own spawn point. Somebody hears a stick snap, and then they just start spraying paint into the zone. And it got to the point where I finally just turned around. I was like, you know what? To heck with it. I've had enough. And just started hosing some of the players that were coming in just shooting. Because I'm like, all you guys are doing is shooting your homies in the back. Like, you're shooting at every shadow, despite the fact that they're shooting away from you right now. And nothing's coming your way. You're still shooting them and I had enough. Turn around and just started pumping into the spawn point. I had enough.
My first night play also was Black Hawk Down, and I was actually on the American side. First year, didn't know what I was doing. I was a rookie to night play. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be sweet. Scary crap, scary crap. So that game in particular. The Americans, you were outnumbered by the Somalians, and we had to hold this helicopter at night. And so I think gameplay ended at midnight, 11 or midnight, whatever. And you had to hold that area the entire time. And so it came to a point where we're in this base and people are just peppering this base. You can't see who's shooting from where, no nothing. You're just hunkered in, and I'm watching this door, and I'm like, I see a body come in this door. I'm dropping it. Yeah. I'm dropping whoever comes in this door. And I'll tell you what, it was scary. It was crazy scary, right? But then the second year I went back for it, I was like, I'm going to be prepared. I took myself one of those big, huge spots, and I said, I'm going to rock this bad boy. And I'll tell you what I did, man. I held that big old beam, and I lit up that whole front. So anytime I'd start to see movement, boom, that light came on, and we just unloaded on whoever was in front. So we came up with code calls and stuff like that. So that way anybody that was on our team knew, listen, if you do this, that's our team, right? And then the third year was the last year they had it. And that was probably the funnest year because I made a bunch of little LED distractors. So for those that, aren't familiar with paintball or whatever, on your electronic hoppers and your electronic markers, you got this little LED that flashes that tells you which firing mode you're in or if your eyes are sensing or whatever. And people aren't smart enough to cover those up for night play. So what I did is I put some of those on the trees, little two watch batteries and an LED. That bad boy will stay lit all night it'll stay lit for a long time. But you just stick it on a tree, and then when you see something either past that beam, you start shooting, or you wait for them to start shooting it, thinking it's somebody, and then you light them up.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, and it's so fun. Or the other thing you do is. If you go to the dollar store, they have those little window alarms. And so it'll be like a magnet or something on one end and a piece of metal on the other. But once you disconnect them, it makes that loud siren sound. Oh, man, you just wait, put that bad boy and throw it, and it just sits there and starts sirening off and going off. You cause all kinds of mass chaos with those.
Oh, yeah.
But, I got something coming in the mail for this night game, so I'm excited about doing this night game at Super Game because it's going to be amazing. And then Saturday looks like player orientation is at 8:30 and gameplay starts at 10 o'clock and goes until final battles at 4 to 5. So, you got Friday all day play, Saturday play, and then Sunday you got gameplay starts at 10 o'clock and ends at about 2:30. So, I mean, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an amazing weekend. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Unfortunately, I unless something wild changes, I'm gonna have to miss that one, unfortunately, which is a bummer for me because I not only was dying to do Super Game, but I was also dying. I unfortunately there are two fields that I just can never seem to make it to. Something comes up every time. That's Blast Camp and Sherwood Forest.
Oh, you've never played there?
Never been to Blast Camp, never been to Sherwood. Because
I've never been to
something
Blast
comes
Camp
up
either. So.
every single time I try to go to an event there. It's like a curse. I swear to God.
Yeah, listen, even if we just have to take a trip to go and play open play there, we're gonna get you there to that field because that field is truly amazing.
Yeah.
So everything on that field is made out of the railroad ties, like all their big bases and everything.
Yep.
Man, those things. He put so much work into that field. You know, it's amazing. And now I guess they're supposed to be pirate ships. So I haven't been there in a year. So I'm looking forward to going and seeing this new pirate ship that's been built or whatever else. I mean, it really does look amazing. So, I mean, last game I went to there was, I think, Alien versus Predator, I think it was maybe last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an amazing time, and the field was just absolutely amazing. So I'm excited to see what all stops he pulled out for Super Games. Super Games supposed to be huge. So also, if you guys are going to pre-reg or if you guys need to pre-reg or whatever, make sure you guys join the blue team. We're going to slaughter that red team, guys. But so, so that's Super Game. And then after Super Game, the next game coming up, man, is going to be Monster.
Hell yeah. Which, for those of you who don't know, Monster, I would say that's probably the biggest game Michigan has every year. And Hell Survivors is now, they did it for the first time last year, and they're doing it again this year. Bring your own paint event, which is so unbelievably rare. And a lot of people don't understand why. And it's honestly because fields don't really make that much off your registration because they have to pay for insurance, refs, employees, air stations, stuff like that. Where most fields make their money is off the paint. And so to do an event that's field, you could absolutely buy paint there, but to do an event where it's bring your own paint, they hope that a lot of people show up because they're not making all that extra money that they normally would forcing you to buy the field's paint. And this year, I think my generous donor has hooked me up with, I think I've got 4 cases from her and another 2 cases. So I think I'm 6 cases for the event. So yeah. The plan is see, my dog jumped for it. Yeah.
That's my.
I plan on shooting at least 10K this event. And my hopes is I'm going to have some extra air tanks and everything ready to go. I'm hoping to shoot an entire case or 2 possibly during the final battle. So I think the most I've ever fired was a case and a half during a final battle. I'm going to try for 2 cases. So I just got to have the air tanks on standby, and
I'm sitting on 4 cases right now myself. So that weekend, I'm just going to let it fly.
Yeah. And I'm going to be sporting that GI field grade, so it's going to be a little bit lower grade at first. And then Hell Survivors got that new GI Premium, which, I know people used to complain about GI, but everybody always complains about everybody's paint. You get people that complain about GI because they're using the lowest grade possible, like at a field, and they wonder why there's some dimples and stuff like that. Same thing with Valken paint. But when you step it up and you buy like premium paint, it makes a difference. And when we were there, was it 2 weeks ago for Global? I went through a case and a half, didn't have one break, did not come across one broken ball in the bag, and I did not find one ball that had a single dimple on it. That stuff, and it was like 50. It was out of the pro shop. I want to say it was like out the door, $53.
Yeah,
it was amazing. For those of you,
great playing with you too, man. Sorry, Al, man, it's great playing with you too, bro. But
that paint is phenomenal. I like their Hell Survivors paint. You know, their Fireball's cool, but man, get that GI premium, the blue ball with that breaks with a bright pink fill, a little bit easier to spot. And, they just shooting lasers all weekend.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Monster. Monster's going to be a blast. Last I heard, they were aiming for 2,000 pre-reg. So if anybody's watching that isn't familiar with paintball Hell Survivors is located in Pinckney, Michigan. So for me, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. It's only an hour and a half north.
So for those of you that live in Michigan, it's here.
Yeah, it's just outside of Ann Arbor, really.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, they were saying that they're going to, looks like they're going to hit their 2,000 pre-reg.
Yeah, those that, doing something as simple as doing a bring your own paint game, man, that makes all the difference in the world.
Oh my gosh.
Although I feel like we should state, you are very much asked to please, for the love of God, don't bring Monster Ball.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what it is, it's that cheap crap paint that you buy at Walmart in the plastic
can't even
tub.
get it anymore.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but that stuff is it's basically marbles in a box.
No, I don't even think I haven't seen any of that in a long time.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance to pre-reg for Monster, make sure you join the red team. If not, cool. Go ahead, join the yellow team. Like I said, he's got 6 cases. I got 4. So we could throw paint at you. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. There's 20,000 rounds coming your way.
And I need people to shoot at too. Let's be real. After I shoot you, I'll be like, "Hey, good shot," or whatever. But please pre-reg for Monster. I'm not sure if pre-reg ended already, but if it hasn't, it's only $50 for the weekend. And it's bring your own paint. Great field. It's going to be a great time. I'm hoping to see some tanks out there. I'm really hoping to see a lot of tanks out there, especially with the bring your own paint. Throw that paint like crazy.
Oh yeah, that gets sketchy tank runs. Yeah, when you're doing tank runs and the your cost of your paint or how much paint you're going to have on you is of no consideration. Ooh, I've sometimes just skip the pods, just stick the caddy right in the top of the hopper and just mow. And God help the poor guys that stick out of the tank. For those of you who've never done a tank run, with that many players on the field carrying paint, if you're sticking out of the tank shooting,
you're getting slaughtered.
You're gonna catch some. You're gonna catch some real bad.
Oh, you're gonna catch a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done tank runs before where, like, after I got done, my first thought was, boy, I really wish I had one of those old JT masks that were the whole head helmets, because you get smoked.
Yeah. And like you said, especially bring your own paint event. I mean, you got paint that normally when I play paintball, I try to conserve my shots. Like, I buy 2 cases for the weekend, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make these count, But when it's a bring your own paint event,
just dump it.
Yeah,
dump it.
I need to clear an area. I don't mind throwing a couple 100 rounds that way and just letting it rip.
Yep. To hell with accuracy. Accuracy by volume. That's what it's all about.
And that tank comes by, let me tell you what.
Yeah.
You get lit up because now it's just for fun. Now it's how much paint can I put on your face?
Yep.
Let's play the game.
Yeah, it's you might miss 1 or 2 shots, but I'll bet if I send an entire cloud your way, one of them's gonna hit you. And I got no, I'll carry, usually on a normal game, I use a 4 pod pack, because I tend to be a little bit more conservative sometimes. Typically on those games, I will go out with my 4 pods, but I'll have at least 4 just throwaway ones stuffed in the pack for, hey, that bush moved. I'll bet if I put 200 rounds into that bush, I figure out what's in there,
Oh, yeah. Well, one of the cool things, so I like running the chopper, right? And I'll tell you what, an event like this, I'm going to be covered in paint. So what the helicopter is kind of like a tank. It's this PVC netted thing that comes over you, and you're allowed 10 minutes on the field, and you're indestructible. So they can shoot me, but I can't die. I can shoot them and they'll die. But what they try to do is they try to get you to surrender or end your tank run or your helicopter run early by shooting your legs, by shooting the netting so that way you can't see. And man, I'll tell you what, one of the craziest times I had in a helicopter was at a Monster game, and it was when Bob Long was there, and he was backed by Blues Crew. Me, I'm like, forget Bob Long, forget Blues Crew. I'm going in, I'm going to wreck these guys with this helicopter because we needed this area. Man, I'll tell you what, they had their electronic guns just peppering the tar out of me. Like, I swear I'd never seen so much paint thrown in my life than when I went in with that chopper. And I'll tell you what, it was a good time. I got lit the heck up. I definitely took them out. But I'm going to tell you what, I was so covered in paint that like I just held my pants and you could just see all the paint just run down. My pants were at least 20 pounds heavier than when I put them on because there was that much paint. So Monster this year, guys, it's end of July, the last weekend in July, right?
I believe so. We got to get Dill to confirm that for us. Dill, if you could pop in and give us a thumbs up, last weekend of July.
I think it's like July 20. Hold on, let me look at the calendar.
Or if somebody in the chat here, you would think that I'd have that stuff on me.
Okay, it's July 25th, 26th. So it is the last weekend in July. So definitely check it out. If you're not pre-reg, please pre-reg. Like I said, join red, or you can join yellow. But I would prefer join.
Be red or be dead, you know.
Right. So, but then after that, man. So we gotta do some recruiting for you, bro.
Yeah. We have. I will be generaling technically it's sort of a 2-day event, but it's mainly a single Sunday game. Oh, there we go. For those of you at the bottom of the screen there, that's the dates for Monster game. Definitely join red. You know. We love you either way, but join red for your own safety.
We will love you either way.
Yeah. And then at the end of August 20. Oh, I want to say it's 23rd. You would think I'd remember. Generally in the game, pumped because I'll be August 23rd. Join the cartel for Ghost Recon. Me versus Dewan from the 13th Legion. For those of you who were at Global Conquest, he was the general for the German side. Come out and play for the cartel, and we are going to smoke those Ghost Recon pendejos. It's going to be a good time. There's actually going to be a MagFed event Saturday evening for some points, and Sunday they play field paint only. Registration I think is only like around $30. It's a 1-day game. It's put on by B-Rad and Old School Scenarios, and they do an awesome job on missions. It's basically a big mission game, and it is going to be a good time. Come out and play for the cartel. You will not regret it. The last time we did a game, we only had about I think I had about 5 people show up for me, all Mad Frog guys, and at Kizzy Field, and it did not go well for the other team at all. It was like they played an awesome job. They had a couple of new guys who they were going for it, but it was a bloodbath. It really was. And when you win an Old School Scenario game, you get one of these fancy banners here. If you're a champion, Josh Heathen West doesn't have one that says champion. I think they gave him a participation ribbon. Thanks for showing up one. But it was a good time. I had a great time playing with them. A lot of those guys. It's going to be an awesome event. You guys definitely need to come out. Like I said, play for the cartel. Play against the cartel. You like dying? So definitely check that out.
How about you join? Listen. If you join our side, we might have a little something for you.
Yeah.
You know, listen, we're the cartel. We're gonna treat you right. All right.
You know what? Yeah, the cartel takes care of their own. You know, I mean, you go down to Mexico right now. Who's running the country? Pretty much the cartel. It's not the police. Not at all.
It was a
The
blood.
bloodbath. Yes, it was, Dave. Yeah, we had what I officially refer to as the Mad Frog A team happened to be there, and yeah, we it was a good time though. Like I said, there was a couple of guys using like Tippmann 98s that were they were on the other team. They were going for it. One guy, I think it was his first day of paintball, and I had to give a shout out to him at the end of the game because there wasn't a single moment that he didn't give two shits if we completely had them surrounded. He just ran right through the middle and he was going for it every time. It was a good time.
So, have you seen any of the props that Paige has been working on?
Yeah, he's got some very cool it's based on the Ghost Recon video games. If any of you have ever played it, Ghost Recon. I think this one's. I think it's based on Wildlands. Should be so.
All right.
It's
because this chat here was not a Mad Frog sanctioned chat. We just kind of spur of the moment said, "Hey, we're gonna do this. Let's hop on and do it." I'm trying to find B-Rad's prop on his Facebook page so that way I can show you guys like a picture.
Check out. Go to the old school scenarios page.
Oh man, I'm already. Oh, I got it. Boom. Halfway through his stuff. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put this up. Let's see if we can see it. This right here is one of them.
One of the weapons cases. Yep.
There's another one that he's doing. There's another one. So these weapon cases are looking pretty sweet. I'm really digging them. And like I said, the exciting thing is when you play a game put on by B-Rad, I think he was copying notes from Mission Masters because Mission Masters is filled with all of these props, like crazy amount of props. If you don't like props, it's prop overload. If you love props, you're in heaven. Okay, because like it's just prop, like mission. And so I have a feeling that's what B-Rad's game is going to be a lot about. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'll tell you that it's going to be sweet.
It's gonna be a good time for sure.
So yeah, definitely. If you guys get a chance to pre-reg for that, that's Ghost Recon. That's in August again. So you got time. You got a lot of time to prepare for this event, and it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be real sweet. So make sure you register for the red side. Join
the cartel. Play for La Mierda. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, it's the shit, man. So yeah, definitely get out there and play for me. I unfortunately generally an event I'm gonna have to be off field quite a bit, but I got some pretty solid XOs. But you would at some point you will see me walk out there, and ain't nothing says like a cartel boss coming out there double guns blazing. I'm gonna just mow. I'm gonna mow.
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, my friends.
That's awesome.
So now before we sort of come to the end here, we have some swag that we gotta pay the bills. Gotta show this stuff to you. If we can get Mr. Dill to throw that up on the screen here. The Mad Frog JT pants. For those of you who may have seen me this past weekend sporting the new brown ones, because I go with anything other than brown. But we have some special Mad Frog ones being made, as well as our Mad Frog Empire jersey. So it's not an official team jersey. It is in an Empire jersey. They're fantastic ones, by the way. But it does feature the Mad Frog Militia Frogaflage on it. Definitely hides you well in the bush, as well as our Mad Frog Dick Sweats. We're gonna be making those here pretty soon. On and off the field. When you're chilling back at the campsite, possibly having an adult beverage. Also through Max Sportswear, guys that make our jersey, just all sorts of awesome stuff. We have a variety of shirts. We have our Mad Frog Militia Tech shirts, the Acid Trip ones, which are pretty sweet. We are currently out of the Hawaiian ones, but as of next Hawaiian Legends, we will be having. We're going to come out with the new Hawaiian style, and then we have the Mad Frog Badass Enola Gay shirts featuring a handsome devil on the front. Let me tell you what, good-looking guy behind that mask. And then we got Miss K swinging the Mad Frog flag on the back. So definitely check that stuff out. If you want any of that stuff, get a hold of Bill on Facebook, and we can get you set up, as well as the Mad Frog 6. It is it's the new 6. It's the 1.5. It's I think the one thing that might be different than that picture is I think that it's going to have the newer trigger guard on it. But if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the Empire 6, it's a great gun. Basically, next evolution from the X, and we got a sweet Mad Frog green color painted that you can only get from us. So yeah, if you're interested in one, get a hold of Bill, and we'll get one in your hands for sure. And then, last but not least, we have our Mad Frog Militia vinyl patches. Unfortunately, hopefully somebody, I don't know if Dill's got an actual picture of one, but they are, God, fill me in, preacher. I think they're what, $5 a piece?
Yeah, $5, and then plus shipping.
I think shipping's like $5, or find us at a game and we'll hook you up. It does come with the Velcro on the back. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, the patches are amazing. In fact, the picture I had earlier of Noah's tack vest, me having it on, Noah actually has his Mad Frog patch on the front of that tack vest. And I'll tell you what, man, it looks really good. And you don't have to worry about them falling off or anything. Them patches are solid. Once you stick them, they're good.
They're good, yeah. They are a solid, well-made patch too. I mean, unfortunately, every once in a while you get somebody throw something up online that's cheap and gets beat up. These things are solid. I've seen them take a hit and they just keep on going.
You see that in back of Bill's picture?
Yep, right there. Yep, you can see right dead center in your chest there.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So rock the Mad Frog patch. It's like you said, only $5 plus shipping if you decide to order that way, or just hit us up at the field, man. Anytime you see us at the canopies, Bill's always there, Kayla's always there.
Just look for the big green bus or the big green canopy. Can't miss it.
No. And then, I think that's it. The other thing I would recommend for anybody that's watching, if you guys haven't, join the Brigade program, man.
Absolutely.
The Brigade program is an amazing program. It's only a one-time fee of $25. And when you join the Brigade program, every event that you go to that's a Brigade program, you get a cool patch for that event. And you get this tech tee, which is an amazing shirt, plus a hat, player tag, and I believe you get discounts too at different fields and stuff like that. So
yep. And then once a year, GI does the Brigade program does the biggest raffle in paintball. You don't have to pay anything to get in. You're automatically entered by being a member of the Brigade program. And then when you show up to Brigade events, you get extra entries into it. And then they actually have like achievement patches through the Brigade program that when you earn, like, let's say you're a winning general at a Brigade event, or you took an MVP at a Brigade event, sportsmanship award, you earn even more entries. And I mean, they give away a couple of full gear bags. So gun, mask, copper, tank, gear bag, pants, jersey, everything, as well as I know it's at least one, it might be two top ones where they will fly you out to any Brigade event in, I believe it's the continental U.S. So if you live in New York and they do a Brigade game in Cali, you get free plane ride out there, free entry, I believe free paint. I think they take care of pretty much everything while you're out there.
And you get to bring a guest.
Yeah, and you get to bring a guest. So yeah, if you want to check out the Brigade program online, or get a hold of Ryan Sexton, and he can get you squared away and set you up with the details.
Listen, you want to sign up also? Use the code 1234. That's my code.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
All right,
well,
man.
from the Mad Frog Militia, Shithouse and Preacher. Y'all have a happy Father's Day. Good
Love you all.
weekend.
God bless. And like Shithouse said, happy Father's Day to you all. I appreciate everything you guys do and for doing the right thing and raising your kids right. So,
Yep. We'll see you at the field. Bring them kids out. You guys have a good one.
peace.